Hey there, and welcome back to the full release of Inkbound, the roguelike action strategy game by Shiny Shoe. Alright, we're on the last one of the series. We finally pulled it around again to the Star Captain, who is, in my opinion, still presently the worst aspect. You know, it's noticeable enough that I think it stands out. I think most folks will agree that Star Captain is the weakest. In solo, I have to clarify in solo, because I actually think Star Captain swings around and is one of the strongest in multiplayer. Because in multiplayer, you can have roles, right? You can have one person who does no damage and just takes all the damage and then buffs the party. It actually works pretty well. Star Captain's really good at that. Things like giving everyone drones and just buffing damage while simultaneously soaking a ton of damage, disabling enemies. It's pretty good, actually. On the flip side, on solo, you have to do everything. You need to survive, you need to kill. No questions. Star Captain is not good at doing all of that. Mostly it's because Frostbite... There was a period where Frostbite was really strong, and then it got over-nerfed, and now it's somewhere in the middle, and it still falls behind all of the other buffs. All the other, not buffs, but DPS. Debuffs? Debuffs. Sure, we'll go with that. So, that all said, we are going to play him. Now, I am going to try to play something I haven't shown you before. Our previous run with him was with we actually rolled it into Marker of the Unbound. We had Gunk filled, and he was pretty decent with it. I wanted to show you I want to show you Frostfire with him. It's actually I distinctly want to show you Frostfire because I think it is one of the strongest resulting win cons for him. And I know what you're thinking, wouldn't I use Everfrost of Arcturia for that? Because it leans into the Everfrost. The difference is that you're likely to have all of the frost applications you need within his base kit. So you're going to need burn applications, right? And that means if you miss incendiary, you're in a bad spot. Now you can of course overcome that with vestiges, but you might not see them, right? So I think Blaze of Bridget is a much safer start for him when going for Frostfire. Start from the other side, the burn side. This is also a much stronger build in general because you're relying on a better DPS, right? What is it? It's a DOT, a dot. That's what I'm trying to say. I kept calling him DPS debuffs like a lunatic. They're called dots. We all know that. I don't know why I forgot what the name of it was, but regardless, we're starting with the stronger dot, the burn. It's fantastic. It's much stronger. It's consistent. It wins. All you need to do is survive and you can have a good run of it. Now, obviously, if we end up on the Frostfire path, it is much, much, much stronger. Significantly so. But you can win with just Blaze of Bridget. So that is my plan. Now, I have to qualify this the same way I qualify all of my runs, which is to say that there is a possibility they show me a gunk-filled option, and all of the other ones are like final chapters and Wit Thief and would just lose the run. In which case, alright, I will have to pivot to Marker of the Unbound. I'd like to show you something different, however. So here we are. We're on, what is it, rank 20 still? Excellent. Now, based on feedback I've gotten, I think people are interested in seeing me do the authored challenges. So these are pretty cool. I will probably do these, actually. I was debating if I wanted to do another, 10 episodes of Inkbound. And, I'm enjoying the game, so I don't mind doing these. But there's not really a lot of content being made for the game in general. So if you're looking for content for the game, there's really not a lot of options. You're kind of stuck with me, right? Which is not bad for me, but, kind of a little rough. And obviously that implies that there are fewer people looking, right? So it's not as popular of a game as something like, say, Monster Train. Now, that said, still fun. I think it would be nice to have a series that showcases all of the authored challenges. I think that would be nice. So, yeah, we'll see. I'm going to do a normal run here. This is the last of this series, of this particular rotation. I don't think I'm going to be doing another rotation like this. I think if I do anything, it's going to be the authored challenges because that seems interesting. new, obviously, and also I think helpful, right? I think people kind of have a sense for the rank 20s right now. The videos I put out for like 1.0 or whatever, they're all still valid. None of that changed things too much. There are some new bindings, some new vestiges, but it's all basically the same idea. In fact, I think the only universal nerfs that are true right now is that the common vestige pool is a lot worse in general, and you're more likely to see garbage. So it just happens that way. Right, no one really wants Fabled from their common vestige. Come on, like I get it. They wanted to give you the intro to it, but it's not what you're looking for, right? It's not your build around build style. So anyway, that's all I've got. As always, do like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already, and let's see what we get on Star Captain today. I'm really hopeful we get a good one, and especially I'm hoping we get one that doesn't require me to go into Gunkfilled, right? I'd really like to show you something different. Alright, now it doesn't really matter who we fight. Dealing damage to the tentacles no longer damages Argalath. I hate combats where you have to fight his head and not his tentacles because he has such weird targeting, so we're not going to do that. Quad-handed, Cinder, it doesn't really matter. I'm just going to, let's say, go Cinder here. Should be fine. Whatever. This is the spawning shrooms up front and then having to change from there, so... Oh, this is already going to be tough. I think we're going to end... There's actually, there's two really nasty ones here. Silent Promenade with final chapters, great way to lose. And then you've got Wit Thief, which is brutal. Wit Thief is terrifying. And you could maybe do like Forgery Forge Wit Thief, but you're still probably going to lose here. Even with Forgery Forge and 350 opening gold, it's tough. Instead, we're just going to be smart, and we're going to take Overstimulated, and we're going to accept the 1 damage per turn that this does, essentially, and take the 2 glyphs and be happy with it. Garden's Edge is also the, peak choice, right? I think Garden's Edge and Vengewood are your best opening books, for sure. Silent Promenade is fine. It's like middle of the pack. I don't see any issue with it, honestly. Radiant Market is when things start getting tough, and then avoid Proving Grounds at all costs. You can take Proving Grounds book 2, right? If you're that strong. If you're strong enough to beat Janus and crush all of his minions, cool, do it. Otherwise, that is going to be brutal. There's a lot of unblockable damage in that book as well. Meanwhile, Garden's Edge is nice and easy. So we're on Blaze of Brigid, let's go. Cool, I'm pretty happy with that roll, actually. We don't have... I was worried we would get forced into the Marker of the Unbound to not lose. Alright, Mercurial Elixir, my absolute least favorite. Bramble Dolos, Outlawed Works, probably. I want that. Yeah, I'm going to want Outlawed Works here. I don't like being slowed down, but it can be salvaged into magic damage, which is at least good. All of the things that matter here are magic damage, so I'm not worried about it, right? Yeah, they all benefit from it, so it does suck being slow. We're going to grind it. Potent Laser is pretty good. It improves our damage considerably. This is a huge swing, right? This is a really big boost for the early game. These other ones are nice, but not nearly as much. Potent Laser is just like... It swings this around from being a weak start to being a strong start. We're going to go double vaults. This is not Forgery Forge, so I don't need to chase money. Alright, we should crush this, right? Alright, cool. So we're going to open like this. We're gonna blast. I'm going to shoot a dude. Cool. I'm going to move up. We take the orb. We walk out. I'm going to shoot this dude again. This Needler is going to do damage to me, and that is just sort of the rules of this. There's nothing I can really do about it. Can finish him without taking the orb and not having to take that damage. Cool. I only take 2. It's fine. Right? It's fine. Softened Wispit. I don't mind getting into Ancient Wisdom here. Striker's not what I'm looking for, though. Beat of Flame. Now that's cooking, right? That's Orblord and Molten 3. Yeah, it's always this, right? We're going to be on the lookout for anything that says Frost. Incendiary or Afterimage. Afterimage is a defensive binding. I could always take Incendiary second, right? It's always an option. It's 100% an option. I should take the defensive binding first, I think. If I'm being honest with you, I think I should do it. We can... Well, what's coming up, actually, before I click this? We get a grinder, so I'm not going to have any burn. I'm going to actually take the Incendiary first. This lets me be a little more aggro. It lets me burn. I can actually consume and get rid of the Beat of Flame here. And I think we're going to take... I kind of don't want the Softened Wisp It. I don't do physical damage at all. So I think... I wish Station Grade Klaxon had Swift instead. I could take Executioner. Inflict Hex on a random enemy. I mean, I do a lot of magic damage. I guess this is fine. Sure, Hex is good. We'll go Grinder. I realize this is going to burn and use my... What's it called? Beat of Flame here, but I'm not upset about that. What's coming up? Hard Combats. I can get Glyphs, Quilling Cage. Uncommon Augment is probably stronger by the Quilling Cage by a lot. We're going to grind the Beat of Flame no matter what. That is for sure the take here. And we apply Burn, so I feel good about that. Spiked damage, gains spikes. I don't really want to take these hits. I can... What I'm going to do is I'm going to eat the fish here, and then I'm going to take the... Oh god, other Mercurial. And we're going to go after the Uncommon Augment here, which feels stronger overall. You obviously want some money, but it's not that big of a deal, right? It's fine. Alright. I got a crit roll here, which is fun. I can... I think I really desperately need to get this burn on this guy on the left, the Figment here. There's pretty much no way around it, right? Yeah, I'm going to toss that. Now, I do want to lock up. I'm going to shoot. Interesting. How do I want to approach this? I honestly think it's actually better to just shoot him, right? With Potential Laser. It does just feel shooter. We'll take this orb. I do get the kill. I can pop out and take 0 here. Almost kill that Figment entirely. Yeah, it is just better to not use the Cryoclasm here right now. Alright, now I do want... The one nice thing about Cryoclasm, I think, is that it enables me to kill a lot of stuff right away, which is nice. Because it procs that Sentinel on basically everything, right? Now, I do have shielding, so I can take this and just shoot that guy, make some progress here, take 0. I'm good with that. This is a tough turn here, right? This is a toughie. We're gonna shoot 1, and then shoot 2. Star Captain stuff, shoot 3. I want to take the orb here. We're gonna take... 11 damage is rough, huh? That is rough. We're taking 11 here. Not much can really be done. I think I need to throw fire down, which does kill a guy. But... unfortunately, these Mercurial Elixirs are not helping. No other cooldown would have helped there. So I take 12 from these hits, which is a huge bummer. And we should take nothing else. That's more than I wanted. Let me be clear. That's more damage than I wanted to trade there. I was hoping I would do better, but it is what it is. Inflict an additional 5 stacks of burn is pretty awesome. Yeah, Frosted Half Charm, fantastic. Frostbite damage now increases damage dealt by burn. Yes, we click this. I want to get in on the Frostbite. Yes. Jinx, Cultivate, Blink. I'm going to spin that, I think. Oh no. Should have taken it after image when I saw it. I have to roll it again. Well... Blink is not a defensive binding, but I suppose I'll have to take it. Gosh, that's rough. I hate that they added new bindings because it means that those pools are awful. Our defense is awful. I should have taken after image first, which is a huge bummer. We're going to the garden. I'm going to be hard punished for this, I think. My survivability will get me killed here. That's a mistake, I believe. Just a full-on mistake. I'm looking for anything that keeps me among the living now. Well, these are all good. At least I'm rolling into Enchanted a bit. Minus 40 physical damage. I don't want to reduce that. Because, I mean, it does affect my Sentinels. But I'm already at 0, so it's kind of whatever. Meanwhile, I can get Orb Lord 3. That's probably it, right? It's gotta be it, for sure. Okay, I need to chill. We're gonna go to the regular fight here. I need to hold on to my hit points and try my best to survive. Now, fortunately, Orblord 3 is offsetting the overstimulated debuff, which is great. Happy to see that. Still a little bit spiced out by it, right? Definitely want to hit over there. We're gonna shoot left 1, left 2, take the orb, walk away. Now, he does actually... He's already burning out. So this guy is going to... Yeah, he moves when you hit him. So we want to make sure we make good choices. I do have Blink for whenever that matters. We got Hex on the right target here, which is fantastic. So that's great. Killing another dude. I'm going to take this orb and shoot him out. We take a little bit of damage, retaliation damage there, but otherwise we get through this without too much issue. I would like to take the orb because it's a heal. It's a good trade. Then we're going to shoot our way out of this. Yes. Alright, fine. Frozen Heart is excellent. This is excellent because it gets me into Frostfire, which is 100% the direction I want. Yes. Flameo is, you know, pretty good, actually. Pretty good. Sure. Like it. Great. Fine. Incredible work. This is, I don't think this is it. Whispered Invitation is not terrible, but I don't feel like it benefits me too terribly much. Shadow, I don't want to take those damage. I'm going to re-roll this guy. A second Frozen Heart is pretty cool, if I'm being honest with you. We could really wreck some numbers here. Yeah, okay. Alright, give me a grinder, please. Thank you. We're going to grind up one of these Frozen Hearts. For sure. And if I grind up the other Frozen Heart here coming up, we should be more than suited for the build we're looking for, right? Yeah, we're doing potentially really well here. This Inkbound orb thing, whatever. What do you got for me? A Flaming Fist is an interesting pickup. If I re-roll here, I have 84, which is just a little bit too low to buy something. So, okay. Now, I could take Second Orbulacum, or however the heck you pronounce it, and then plan on, when I collect an orb, then dropping a big bomb. Potentially. That is a lot of magic power, and then I could grind it up afterwards. I think that's going to be it, right? Okay. We're in a bit of a dicey situation, but I am coming out a little bit ahead on health, recovering a bit. We have a really good set of vestiges here. We did not get in on Frostfire. This is actually important, but we do have Molten 6 and Enchanted 3, so I'm feeling okay. I think we can win. We have terrible potions. Mercurials are going to be not great, but with any luck, I think we can get out of this. Okay, now unfortunately he does have Protector, which means that anytime I kill a guy, we're going to struggle just a little bit. Okay, let's take the orb here. Now, let's spend the rest of our turn attacking. Now remember, I just took an orb, so I have temporary bonus, so I do want to hit him with that. Yeah, okay, that's a very large amount of burn damage we are applying on turn whatever this is. Fantastic. Now, remember also, we have Blink. I haven't used this yet because it's not terribly useful, generally speaking, but we're doing okay. Alright, now... This is tough because he's hitting me for 8 damage. That's a bit of a bummer. I think it's Mercurial time. That's not what I wanted. Okay, well, fair enough. I'm going to go ahead and use this ability. We'll walk into this orb. I do need to reduce my damage taken by 9 here, so we're just going to accept that. Now, we phase no matter what, so I can walk away and we take 8 here, which is probably as good as we're gonna get, right? I'm not taking actually any of this extra damage. It's fine. Alright, now we should... I hope... My plan is I would like to roll Incendiary on the phase change here. So we're going to use Mercurial here. It's not the one I wanted. It's okay. It's fine, right? I'm going to take the play here. I do want to end these Nim bits. It's important. I'm going to take the orb. And then I'm going to just shoot him a whole bunch and walk a bit away. We have to be careful because I don't have any burn on him right now. He's going to spawn Chompies here. The Chompies are rough. Let me be clear with you. We're going to take 4 Sentinel drones. I'm going to take the orb here. My goal is to beat down the Chompies. We must kill all Chompies. There's pretty much no way around this where I don't pass away if I don't kill those. Great. I can just walk away. Good. The burn is doing almost all of the work. I just straight up take 14 damage here and there's nothing I can do. And my entire strategy is simply do not pass away. Right. Now I take this orb, which should bounce off of that, and we walk away and we win. Good. We did it. Okay? It's not glamorous. Yeah, I have remaining will. I'm fine. He's dead. Good job. Okay, we lived. It wasn't good. And that is going to have to be okay. Trailblazer. It's the normal ability, but a little better. Okay, fine. Extracting Blink. I mean, spawn an orb near my teleport destination. That is survivability thanks to Orb Lord, so... Okay, sure. Even though I have overstimulated, it's a net positive. I think it's better than quickening Mission Leader. I can't control this. And it could affect itself, which is just annoying. We'll take Extracting Blink, it's fine. Trailblazer, I guess so. It's got more shield. Everything I do needs to just keep me alive, pretty much. Anything beyond that is unnecessary. Is there anything in this shop I still want? It's a great question. Flaming Fist? I don't think so. We could go in on Thaumaturge, but I'm not applying Bleed or Burn. It's kind of unlikely to be relevant. I'm going to be grinding up the Frozen Heart here because I want Frostfire 4. And I'm going to be grinding up probably an Orbulusum because it maxes out Enchanted and gets me closer to Orb Lord 7. Right, so the Frozen Heart here gets sacked. Great. Good. Now we hit Frostfire 4, which is big. Now Frostfire 7, that's when it really starts cooking, but now we're tilted towards it. That's great. The next tilt, I think it has to be Orbulusum, right? As much as I want to get rid of Outlawed Works, it's like I can just teleport, so I kind of don't care about the movement reduction. And the Scrap Binding is not that great, but it's something. Yeah, I think it is Orbulusum. That's good. We get maxed out Enchanted, I'll take it. Okay. Ink Shield, Tourist Trap, Wit Thief. It's going to be Tourist Trap here, and it's not even close. I'm not going to go to a Carver until the end. Wit Thief is a great way to die here. Ink Shield is rough. Yeah, alright, we get to go fight Janice, and that's fine. I'm okay with fighting Janice here. I think it's going to be fine. At this point, we're strong enough, I think I could just push through. Double, rare, augments. Yes, a good roll, finally. Alright, that's exciting. Now I just have to get past this combat, and we get double rare augments. Fantastic news. We should crush this combat, I think. Yeah. Let's blast this man into the ether here. And then let's toss burn at these guys, and they should both pass away. And then I can just take the orb and walk away. And we're good. Great. Yep. I get to hang on to this magical power surge until I use a buff, which does work well for me here. Alright, I'm going to use it here. It is okay. We're going to shoot some dudes. Just zap them, it's fine. Take the orb, it's good. I'm going to kill this man, and then walk away. All right, we should be okay. We'll finish him on this turn here, and I'm gonna start with generating shield so I can take this orb, get the heal, then we shoot him, right? It's that simple. End the combat. Yeah, we took no ink drain there, which is important. We get double rare augments. Give me shielding blink. Shielding blink. No. That's terrible news. Oh, bummer. Okay, that's awfully unfortunate. Pendant of the Weaver. On turn start, if you have 50% max HP or less, gain resistant. You know what? Yes, I will take that actually. I think it's right. Defense is good, as it turns out. I don't need Flameo for anything. Alright. Critical Chill Laser is not bad, but it's not really what I'm looking for here. I mean, it's decent, okay? I think I'm going to take Firestarter Incendiary. It is at a minimum 5 more burn stacks, which is good. It's better than Marking Blink here. The Binding grants an additional Sentinel Drone. Inflict 8 additional stacks of Frostbite to the primary target. Whoever I shoot gets absolutely sandblasted. My Frostbite is, by the way, going to be good, for the record. Our burn damage is through the roof, for the record, thanks to our friend Frosted Half Charm, which I am super keeping, by the way. Very relevant. I guess I'll take the Deep Freeze. More of that. It's unfortunate rolls. I'm going to take the Vestigial Shrine here, for sure. What's the grind? It's a good question, right? It's a fine question. We didn't really roll into anything that makes me feel confident. I think I want to keep the Pendant of the Weaver here. So what's the sacrifice? Anything? In fact, I think it is actually correct to hold off on using this until after we get through the Guardian of the Unbound Key. We should blow up the Guardian of the Unbound Key. We also get a fish, which is fantastic. I think 100% correct to use that here. I'm going to need this. Yeah, I need this bump for this guy. He's tough. All right. Unstable Brew. It's not amazing, but it's not bad either. Our goal here is entirely just to murder this guy. And that's pretty much it. There's not a lot else that's going to be relevant for us here. Yeah. Toss fire at him. Look, I know I could have gotten the treasure pot, but you know what's more important than that is not losing. Alright, I do want to keep in mind that I can use Blink. I didn't do this in the previous combat. I should do this. I can use this to generate more cooldown reduction. So, that's nice. Let's go ahead and we're going to Frostbite over the left. I'm going to take the orb. I'm going to Blink. Take that orb. What does this one do now? I gain 60 Omni damage until the end of turn. It's probably better to just shoot this man, right? 4,000. He's taking 4,000 damage here, so it should stun him, right? This is such a weird mechanic, because half the time it doesn't work the way you want it to, and half the time it does. I'm going to shoot this guy, I think. I think that's okay. We take 8 here, fine. Bummer, not great, sure, whatever. Okay, first order of business. Sentinel Drone. Absolutely Shadow Realm a dude. Take an orb. First order of business. Kill Treasure Pot. Great job. Shoot this guy. Hey, look, he got the stun. Fantastic. I'm going to take Blink now and get my free orb. And throw more fire at him because that seems correct to me. Good. Good damage done. Great. Excellent. Thank you, Extracting Blink. Alright, I do need to rely on Cryoclasm a bit, specifically to address Chompies, right? It helps. Orb. Power Orb. Chompy Shot. Okay, fine. It's not my potion, not yet. Alright, this guy is stunned now, which is fantastic. So let's Orb, focus on the chompies. Let's leap, shoot, orb. Honestly, though, another orb. Throw fire at him, win combat. Easy. Yeah, end turn. Great. Well done. Okay, fantastic. We're looking for a grind. Remember, we have one behind us. Behind us. This is not a good grind, if I'm being honest with you. We're not looking for Curio or Reaver or anything. None of these appear to have successfully tilted, so I am going to re-roll that. Oh yeah, here we go. Frostfire Ember. On hitting an enemy inflicted with Frostbite, inflict 3 stacks of burn. That is, in fact, very powerful, and I would like to keep this on my bar. Cool. Okay, so then in this case, I think the grind is something else, right? I'm still going to hold on to Pendant of the Weaver here, I'm pretty sure. I think I'm going to Hector's Camp coming up. Let's look at what we get here. Stimulate is good. Gain 10 frostbite damage until the end of turn. I mean, the crazy thing about this actually is really strong with my hitting an enemy inflicted with frostbite, inflict 3 stacks of burn, because that frostbite damage becomes burn damage. So it might just be freezing ray. Goodness. Ugh, bummer. Give me rare augments that give me defense. Rare augments that give me defense. Come off of it. Okay, that's a bummer. Terrible rare augments. We're going to take Freezing Ray, though. I'm pretty happy with this. This represents a lot of damage for me here. I guess I'll take free Prepared Incendiary. It's okay, right? We do plenty of damage. It's better than Critical Chill Laser, which they've showed me like 7,000 times in this run. And I could re-roll this. I think I will, actually. Discounted Cryoclasm, actually pretty awesome here, because this is useful for... This is very useful still for enemies, right? It specifically it does some damage to things, but most of all applies Frostbite, which then gets triggered by all of my other mechanics, so we're pretty happy with that. I think I do want the discounted... It's actually pretty good. We'll take it. Okay, I do want to pay out the sacrifice here. I think I can just cut the Orbialucum here, or whatever we want to call it. It's fine. The actual magic damage isn't critical here, so... Get me closer to Orblord 7, please, I think. Yeah. That also means I can fully drop Outlawed Works, and we're happy with it. I'm going to be going not to the Carver here. I guess I could go to the Carver. Tourist Trap is going to be a thing. I think I'm just going to go to Hector's Camp here. Take the free one. I'll take a freebie, yeah. Cool. I get money, which is good. Always valuable. We get a freebie here, which is great. Another Frostfire Ember is great, though. But let me tell you about, you know what actually might be better is... Frozen Flamethrower is really good. The truth is, I think this is my sacrifice no matter what. I think it is my sacrifice no matter what. Frozen Flamethrower will be the best in the upcoming combats, though. Really strong, by the way. But it's not that great if I'm already playing. Like, Frostfire Ember is for sure the play here for this next coming combat. This is a really good roll, by the way. Really good roll. But whatever it is, I'm grinding this because it gets me to Frostfire 5 or 7, which is huge. You'll quickly see we start ascending to disgusting levels of frostbite and burn damage, and we're going to be very powerful. So Frostfire Ember is the pickup here. Great. And I'm going to burn that one because I want to get Frostfire 7. Now, we don't get that choice yet. I think Rare Augment, Globe, Big Quilling Cage... pretty decent. I'm very strong for anyone keeping track. We do 1,000,000 damage. The question is not how do we kill enemies, the question is how do I not die. I'm very overly reliant on Orbs and Pendant of the Weaver right now, which is, you know, not great. Not what we like to see. I would sure like, I don't know, Frozen Heart Vestige or something that gives me shield when I apply Frostbite or something. I do think we want to try to get one of these bigger ones here. Yeah, I'm going to go for the rare augment glyph globe quelling cage. I don't need a vestige right now, and I think we can take it. I'm going to get a potion. Oh great, my third mercurial elixir, my absolute favorite. We should crush this, right? Maybe. It's a pretty spicy one, but we're going to go pretty straightforward turns here, I think. We want to frostbite up because it's good. We want to frozen laser for sure. Very powerful. I want to kill this razor shade more than anything, I think. Very important. So he dies. We go orb. Fantastic. All right. We actually kill them all. So we do want to take teleport orb because it is a net positive. And I think we chill, right? We just chill. I don't do any clicks at all. None of them move. None of them hit me. They all pass away. Pop, pop, pop. Fantastic. It's a really rough spawn, but we actually auto-kill this barrier guy with a single stack of burn. I'm going to tell you what, I don't know what's happening here, but somehow that man is passing away. Is that Frostfire going ballistic here? What is actually killing him? Is he killing his own ally? You know, I'm not sure, man. Just not sure. Anyway, I think I am going to... We're going to blast down here. I need to deal with that guy. I am going to laser beam this guy to death, for sure. I am going to take the orb. I'm going to shoot this guy down here. Great. I'm going to teleport. Take this orb. Fantastic. We're back at full health. Yes, and this man is dead. Cool. We're in control. We're in very high control of this run right now. Our damage is very high. Let's load it up. Throw some fire down. Seems good. Shoot a man, which burns everything to absolute oblivion. Cool, great, in fact. We're going to take orb, and leave, and we clear the floor. Great. If we can do this on every combat going forward, we got it, right? Like, we have it. We're already at max health, so let's just shoot them out, and we're chilling. Fantastic. I couldn't have asked for a better hard combat. We took no damage. We walked away with a ton of money. We got a rare augment, which gives me 2 shield. Yes, thank you. I know shredding Chilaser, but we finally hit shielding Blink. Hallelujah. Something defensive. Blink doing a heavy lifting, Vestigial Shrine. And I think at this point, having gotten here, we win, right? There's no downside. I'm going to look at the Carver before deciding exactly on the grind, because we might see like a flamethrower, which is potentially superior. Leaky Pen? Oh my gosh. Alright, y'all, we're good. We're good. Leaky Pen. Incredible. So the grind here is, you guessed it, Frostfire Ember. 7 Frostfire, we do the damage. We win the run. Like, from damage perspective, we got it. I just need to not lose, is basically it. Don't lose, and we win. And then we're going to buy a Leaky Pen, because this is disgusting. Right? It's just ridiculously strong. You know, I could take the other half charm here and go completely mad with power. What an unbelievable roll. I could drop Flameo. That's intense. Right? Now, the only interesting thing is Flameo, when I have Frostfire 7, does apply 1 frostbite damage. You know what I don't need, though? I don't need Outlawed Works, right? Just toss that. That does nothing for me anymore. Literally, I already have maxed out. I mean, I guess it gives me 25 magic damage, okay. But you know what gives me more damage? Scalding Half Charm. Now we get... It's not an infinite loop, but it's pretty close to it, right? You have both half charms, Frostfire Ember, and then Flameo is doing a ton of heavy lifting. So now pretty much what I want to do is I want to try to replace scrapped binding with a strong defensive augment. That's really it. If I can get that, I think we're golden. Let's take this rare augment here. Reduce your highest cooldown by 1. But more relevantly, I think shredding Chalazer. This means whoever I shoot takes 30% more damage from Frostbite and Burn, which makes this pretty much impossibly correct to take. 30% is a very large number. Quickening Blink, of course, is strong, but gotta be shredding Chalazer. And we still have 3 glyphs left for a big reroll here. I'm going to sit on my 387 here. And I think we'll be able to buy a purple coming up. There's a lot of purples we could roll into that are nuts here. I think anything defensive replaces scrap binding and we're golden. We should blast this man. I have no fear about Janus. In fact, I probably could kill him before his enemies even attack me. But I don't think that's actually practically true. Hello, Janus. How's it going, bud? Ah, Slimps. Yes, very well. What did I roll into? All training dummies become activated after 2 turns. Hey, wait, I'm in danger. Whoops. We hate that. Yikes. I love how they're all so far away. There's nothing I can do. Absolutely ridiculous. Fantastic news. Alright, this is going to be awful. I need to hit this guy up here. Alright, we're going to throw fire. Okay, we're phasing in 1 turn. In fact, because of the cascade of Frostfire, I need you to understand that it auto-kills every enemy right now. Cool. You're going to quickly see how out of control this build becomes. I just walk away, right? The math, in fact, it is like lagging my computer. Just press N turn and we're okay. And what I should do is I should spawn an orb here. We'll teleport. All right, great job. Cool. Anyway, yeah, I have enough. Watch this happen. Cool. All right, everything became active. It doesn't matter. Cool. Alright, we did it. It's Monster Train. What a ridiculous turn. Stop all that damage. Incredible. My game lags by in attempting to do what? Anything? Anything. Good. Great. Orb. Orb. Shielding block. I mean, this is like literally 13 damage I can't avoid here. So maybe I can actually reduce it a little bit. Hold up. I have orbs for this. Wait for it. Okay. Orb. Orb. Wait for it. 9 damage taken. Okay, we did it. That's a lot of effort for me to get there, but alright, great. We two-turn Janus, he stabs me and then takes 400,000 damage, because Frostfire is good, as it turns out. We get some health back, fine. Well, that was good. Defensive mode grants resistant. Click. Easy click. Now, double stacks of burn basically means I 2-turn everything, right? This means I 2-turn every single enemy that I decide to stab, right? Now in the case of Cinder, that is going... This is going to represent some disgusting amount of spread, right? Because what's happening is I'm getting the half charms looping around on each other, so my damage goes ballistic. I need like 10 stacks of burn and I do 50,000 damage or something ridiculous. And then as Frostfire continues to trigger, this also just goes even more madder with power. Now, I actually think the right play is Incinerate. Let me be clear with you, because I think this is good. 1, because it stays AoE. 2, because it actually does damage immediately. My defense is so garbage that I can't be tanking the turn, right? Doubling the stacks of burn, great. You know what? They die in 1 turn anyway. Sure, I could make them die in 1 turn with a bigger number. But you know what I could also do? I could just kill them, right? Just auto-phase them. It's fantastic. Incinerate is a really good roll here. Yes, it's gotta be Incinerate. 100%. That was a disgusting combat. My man attacked me once and then immediately passed away. GG Janice. Alright, we've cracked Star Captain. Just high roll Frostfire. It's great. It's fantastic. Now, this combat is probably going to look similar. The main problem you're going to notice is that I have to, again, not die before I win, right? We're going to kill the enemies. That's not the question. It's, I need to not take 30 damage or whatever this number is about to be. Yeah, 43 damage. Literally just lose. Fantastic news, right? Incredible work. Great. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to throw fire and just instantly kill that man. Great. The entire floor is currently dead. Fantastic. So what I want to do is I want to generate orbs. Okay. I can shoot this man. My goal is to kill him. Okay, we killed him. Orb. I can teleport. Take another orb. I think this will grant me 4 shield, and I'll take 0, and we actually do clear the floor. Alright, incredible work. Defensive mode granting me resistant is huge. Anyway, I'm going to throw incendiary at these dudes, and they're dead. Great work. Cool. We did it. Alright, we're going to leave these orbs on the ground, I guess. Yeah, sure. I don't need the will. Alright? Alright, bud. We're good. Now the question then becomes, okay, how do I actually apply incinerate value? Interesting, interesting. Okay, we actually do apply burns because of hitting things with frostbite. So it does matter. Now, this is kind of going chaotic a little bit. But that's okay. I have 1,000,000 orbs. Fantastic work. Great, we're killing everything. Cool. I think I can actually just push some huge numbers here and just crush the floor. Cool, I am taking 0 and winning the combat now. Excellent. This is what you're looking for, right? This is it. Taking 0, everything dies. Great work. Hey, look at that. The combat's over. Fantastic news. Elites, no chance. Now, at this point, because of defensive mode granting resistant, I don't really need Pendant of the Weaver. My hope is that I can grind that up. Another extracting blink. Don't mind if I do. Seems okay to me. Cool. Great. Sure. I'll take a second orb. Why not? Give me defense. Elemental Ether. Deal 15% more attack binding damage to enemies for each burn, frostbite, poison, and bleed they have. Or what I can just take is Tongue of the Frozen Flame, and when I hit something with burn, it gets frostbite, and then when I hit something with frostbite, it gets burn, and, you know, the game just kind of breaks. It's fantastic. Unearthed Relic is a really good roll here, rather. 2 shielding is pretty solid. Alright, let's move on. My intention is clear. I wish to survive. So, anything I can do that keeps me among the living is worth it. Conduit of Hybridized Ages. +1 will per orb is pretty nuts. Let me be clear. That's a lot of orbs I'm generating here. That basically gives me multiple turns. Yeah, that's pretty strong, I think. Okay. Alright. Sure. How do we approach this? We're going to take the free Tongue of the Frozen Flame. It's just going to happen. Okay. We grab you. Great. Now, that applies Molten, which I'm at 10 Molten. So, Flameo no longer is relevant. Alright. Great. The Frostfire Ember coupled with Tongue of the Frozen Flame means I'm basically looping here. And whatever order they decide to trigger in, they're going to just like have infinite loop protection to prevent me from crashing the game because I apply an infinite number of everything, essentially. Fantastic news. Now, so I'm not worried about Flameo. I don't really care about that. Now, I would like to grind Unearthed Relic, I think. 30 Omni damage? Yeah, sure. It's fine. If I actually trigger resistant, that means that I'm not going to take that 1 damage, so it's essentially free. And 2 shielding. It's a good grind. That's probably my grind. Scrap binding, I'm pretty sure you don't matter anymore. Unearthed relic is my grind, for sure. This is just pure defense, which is important. I'm a big fan of anything that keeps me from losing. Great work. And then we buy Conduit of the Hybridized Ages, and we win the run. Right? This is disgusting at this point. I actually think I grind Pendant of the Weaver for the 10 damage resist it offers. And then I guess I take Flameo back, right? Sure. Alright, we'll grind Pendant of the Weaver here, which does get me at least on Warden. And then I'll take Flameo because it is free damage, right? When it applies burn to everything, it is basically saying, cool, that is 1,000,000 frostbite damage, which then loops back around to become my burn damage. Who even knows the order that these things operate? Because I have all the pieces that make essentially the full infinite loop, right? I have the burn gives me frostbite, I have the frostbite gives me burn, and then I have hitting something with frostbite gives them burn, and then hitting something with burn gives them frostbite. So the full loop plus a truly catastrophic amount of orbs. Fantastic, right? Nothing else to add, no notes. Alright, yeah, good luck, Cinder. That's all I got to say to you, champ. Good luck, buddy. He usually spawns over here, but it sometimes is different, so we'll see. Now, he almost always does something like this. Cool, alright. You got some enemies spawning? Fine, fine, fine. Sure. Seems reasonable. Got some stuff going on. Cool, cool, cool. Great, fine. I guess we kill these guys up here for funsies. Seems good. Throw some fire at the world. Great. Awesome. Let's pop the teleport real fast and take an orb. The ridiculous thing is I can just sit on this here and we auto-phase, right? It's not the question. What I want to do is I want to swing around on Sentinel Drone here until I get... Yeah, there we go. Great. And now, I believe they are auto all dead, basically. One Cinderpox actually does not pass away, which is surprising. That is quite a shocker, actually. Whatever, he'll die next turn. I'm going to leave that orb on the ground, it's fine. Seems good. Cool, alright, phase 1. Yep, end turn. Great. Okay, man is down. Fantastic work. He spawns some more guys because he goes, hey wait, that's a phase change maneuver, and that's illegal. I'm going to take an orb to lead here. We're going to pop this. I'm going to go ahead and drop in the Frostfire loadout. Oh yeah, that seems pretty solid, huh? Cool. Good. Great, in fact. I just zap him and we're golden. I'm going to go ahead and take the teleport because I may as well. I'm going to take an orb because that's fun. If I shoot him once, yeah, alright, we phase. Cool. This guy's already burning to death, so it doesn't matter. So we just take a shroom because I might as well, and then I walk away for funsies. Sure. I already used the teleport, didn't I? I don't even remember. Cool. Sure. I'll take one. I'll save an orb. Oh, there's a guy over there in the corner. He's also dying. Neat. Which one am I on? I have swapped to defensive mode. Granting 4 shield. I'll do that next turn. Yep, fine. Great. He's gonna... Some guys die. He's gonna spawn some more guys because it's another phase change. He didn't spawn his other guys, I guess. He didn't respawn them. Weird for you, champ. That's okay. Here's a zap. Great news. Here's an orb. Fantastic. There's a teleport, also fantastic. And we're out. Peace. Peace out. See ya, Cinder. Have a nice day. 3 turns. Get out of here, bud. This is the power of Frostfire. This just completely goes out of control way fast. Cool. I think the Unbound is probably dead in 2 turns, if I'm being honest with you. We even get a free augment walking up to this combat, which is very exciting. So, that's cool. Decision making is easy here. I can't even use this. Great. I can't buy anything to sell. Otherwise, I would absolutely take the Unstav here, but it's fine. Hey, look at that. Brand of the Frostshade. You know, if I'd seen this earlier in the run, this would have been a sick amount of burn damage. But I don't need burn damage, let me be clear, because it cascades thanks to Frostfire. We get the augment, though. Dazed on the primary target. It's not terrible. Prepared mission leader. I mean, making it free is probably the pick here, right? I'm always going to be zapping. I guess it doesn't matter. I'm going to be using both of these no matter what. So, sure, I'll just take prepared mission leader, I think. That seems fine. It's one will saved no matter what I do. So, cool. We move on. We're good. Hey there, Unbound. How's it going, buddy? You having a good day? I'm going to hang out in the middle. I'll come visit you wherever you end up. Alright, this is going to be straightforward. My goal, 2-turn this man. I wish for him to take a bunch of damage. I'm going to go ahead and... not enough burn damage on him. I need to fix that, huh? So let's shoot him. Shoot him again. Reasonable. I'll take this orb. I'm going to go ahead and teleport now. I'm going to throw the burn booster at him. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and shoot this guy down here. Shoot him a couple times. It's fine. We'll take this orb. Going conduit again. We'll shoot the tangled. It's looking promising. Orb, go another round. Fair, fair, fair. Let's shoot him a few more times. Orb, I mean, if I walk out, I already have it. I don't know if we're gonna get the insta-kill, y'all. We did half his health and damage, which is a cool, like, 63,000, which is pretty decent, so I'll take that. Alright, fair enough. We didn't get Mr. Million damage roll here. That's okay. Now, I will be teleporting. Woo! I'm going to throw fire at this man. He's going to have a bad day, and that's going to be pretty cool. Great work. Go team. Excellent. Now, I think I can just laser beam something to death. It doesn't really matter. I'm going to take a whole bunch of orbs here. Oh, he actually does die if I just leave at the end of my turn with the orbs. So let's walk over here. Let's zap him so he redirects. Then I'm going to teleport. And am I going to take an orb here? Maybe. I'm going to leave him. Honestly, it's fine. Yeah, sure. Sit on my will. No problems. He phases. Alright, that's a pretty decent phase. Alright, we're gonna... It's a good roll because the enemies are all here, which is great. When enemies start dying is when this build starts really cooking, in my opinion. Orb 1. I'm gonna teleport for sure. Doesn't really matter who I shoot. Orb 2, fantastic. Ah, yes. This is the damage number I like to see. Does it work? Ah, yes. You know what we're gonna do? Just eat a whole bunch of orbs. And then we're gonna do his entire life bar and damage here. That seems good. I don't even know what that number said. My game lagged trying to render it. That's okay. We'll find out if that's the most damage I've ever done. Yes. Damage dealt in a single action, 2 million... Ah, yes, 2,146,954. 3 million burn damage dealt. You know, I feel like we had this run in the bag, really. I did all that with Conduit of Hybridized Ages, just loading up damage and then going, hey, wait, can't I just instantly murder this man? Fantastic. This is exactly the kind of run I wanted to show off, right? This is what I think is, in my opinion, the hands down strongest Star Captain run. You take Blaze of Brigid and you try your hardest to make Frostfire. If you fail at making Frostfire, it's okay. You still have a burn build. You just have to play defensive somehow. Blink ended up being very relevant defensively. The generated orbs were really good because of Orblord and the specifically Orblord 3's healing, which allowed us to convert it into a lot of survivability. We were pretty much otherwise doing anything we could in order to avoid fully passing away, right? And that was like things like resistant on mission leader or shield on blink. It's not great, but it's something. A little bit of damage shield, not damage shield, but warden for damage resistance. So pretty nice there. Otherwise, it was mostly pure offense, if I'm being honest with you. We just didn't really have a lot there. So, and that is okay. Yeah, that's okay. Nothing too crazy to report. Man, Conduit of Hybridized Ages, that one will reserve, like, it's one will per orb specifically. This makes the Leaky Pen trade-off just nonsense. This swing is ridiculous, right? It's one fewer will, cool, and I get a second orb. So this essentially, Leaky Pen already represents +1. But now imagine it with extra. So instead of getting 2 will from these orbs, I get 4. This is a 3 swing here, and that's not even factoring in the 2 orbs from Orblord, and the fact that I got 2 orbs from Blink, 6 orbs a turn. I pushed out 600 Omni damage and then said, hello, say hello to my little friend as I inflicted 3 million damage. What was the number? 2,150,000 damage. So a reasonable play, I think. Honestly, great work. I'm going to be clear. I think we did a fantastic job. I could have made that number better, I think. Does it count as an attack binding? I think it does. I could have clicked Unstable Brew and I guess tripled it. You know what? That's all right. It's fine. I wasn't going to click it because it didn't matter, and I like stunting on bosses by having potions at the end of the run. I'm saving them for next time, you know? I use them when I need them. But honestly, great. Fantastic run. Star Captain, victory. This is the victorious Star Captain, the ultimate 2 million... the 2 million damage club, or whatever you want to call it. So we'll let it go there. And I have not much else to add. We'll see you next time, I suppose, on the author challenges, see if we make it there. And yeah, you know, if you see the video, you know I'm doing them. If you don't see the video, you know I'm not. So fair enough. Anyway, I'll let you go there. So hey, thanks a lot for watching this. I really appreciate your time. As always, you can give the video a like if you want. You can subscribe to the channel if you want to see more, and stay tuned for what's next. Take care, folks.